Is North Korea preparing for war, and if so, why now? This question has been making headlines around the world, gripping everyone in a shroud of uncertainty and fear. It seems there is an increased level of warlike activities happening in North Korea. Is it because Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of North Korea, is shrouded in fear of an unknown threat? The question hovers over us like a dark cloud, pushing us towards a dread-filled precipice of uncertainty. Is it possible that this unseen enemy is a ghost of potential conflict looming ominously from shadows cast by global political shifts? The world has become complex chessboard of power dynamics, and the recent conflict in Ukraine might be causing ripples of worry to wash over Kim Jong-un. Could he be fearing that his nation may face a similar onslaught from the United States or South Korea? These questions dig into our consciousness, leaving us in a state of unsettling curiosity. Could it be that the growing tensions between Russia and Ukraine are causing Kim Jong-un to rethink his strategies, to reassess his nation's position on the global stage? The possibility cannot be overlooked. North Korea's continuous missile testing only exacerbates these fears. It raises the stakes, leaving us wondering what the endgame is. What exactly is the country preparing for? This question seems to echo in the halls of international diplomacy and resonates in the minds of common people alike. It is as if the world has into a theater of suspense, watching with bated breath as North Korea makes its next move. The missiles ascend and descend, their trajectories painting an enigmatic picture against the horizon, their purpose unclear. It's like a cryptic game of charades, where they are incredibly high. Could this be a grand display of power, a demonstration designed to intimidate and assert dominance? Or could this be a genuine preparation for conflict, a ramping up of military forces to safeguard national interests? Speculations run wild, creating a continuous stream of questions that seem to have no concrete answers. And then there's the matter of global conflicts, the world caught in a tempest of chaos and territorial disputes. The war between Ukraine and Russia is not just a regional crisis. Implications reach far and wide. Could this be creating opportunities for North Korea, a chance to exploit the tumultuous global situation? But what kind of opportunities are we talking about? The scope is wide and the possibilities are endless. Could opportunities be military in nature, a chance for North Korea to bolster its forces while the world's attention is elsewhere? Could they be economic, a chance to exploit the global market's uncertainties and carve a niche for itself? Or could they be political? A chance for North Korea to leverage its position and gain a stronger foothold in international diplomacy. Or perhaps it's a blend of all three, an amalgamation of military, economic, and political opportunities that Korea could seize. There are so many variables, so many possibilities that clarity seems elusive. It's like trying to decipher a puzzle with missing pieces, the answer tantalizingly out of reach. The questions endless and definitive answers are scarce. Yet as we watch the situation unfold, one thing is clear. North Korea's actions have sparked a global conversation, a dialogue filled with theories, speculations, and what-ifs. We watch and wait, our eyes fixed on the horizon, wondering what the future will bring. Could these be military, economic, or political opportunities? Or perhaps a combination of all three? The timing of North Korea's missile tests is also a subject of intrigue. A myriad of theories and questions surround these secretive events. Is there a hidden pattern in the timing? Is it a mere coincidence, or a meticulously planned strategy? The international community finds itself in a state of constant vigilance, keeping a watchful eye on the secluded nation's actions. Scholars and strategists all over the world tirelessly analyze the rare pieces of information leaked from the Hermit Kingdom, attempting to decipher the motives and implications. The speculative theories range from it being a calculated show of military prowess to an attempt to gain leverage in diplomatic negotiations. Speculations abound, but the truth remains shrouded in mystery, adding to the enigma of North Korea. The topic is endlessly debated in international forums. Diplomats, defense experts, and even laymen find themselves drawn into the puzzle missile tests. Each new test fuels the ongoing discussions, sparking both fear and curiosity in equal measure. The anticipation keeps escalating with every passing hour, with every ticking second. One must wonder if the times chosen for these tests are merely arbitrary or bear a deeper significance. Are they timed to coincide with key global events to send a message? Or perhaps are they scheduled in accordance with lunar cycles or the seasons? These are questions that have puzzled the world for years, leaving everyone on edge. The subject is also a staple for the world media. News agencies from across the globe wait with bated breath for any hint of an impending test, ready to break the news to millions of viewers. The timing of the tests invariably impacts the international media's news cycle, leading to a flurry of activity in newsrooms worldwide. The intrigue isn't limited to the timing alone. The choice of test type of missile launched and the direction in which they are fired also spark curiosity. The world watches as North Korea pushes the boundaries of nuclear capabilities, leaving everyone guessing what will come next. The international community's response to these tests is another aspect that adds to the intrigue. Nations grapple with a dilemma: to answer with diplomacy or retaliation. The decisions made in response to these tests have far-reaching implications for not just the countries involved, but the entire world. Despite the secrecy and unpredictability, the anticipation of a potential missile test has created a unique relationship between North Korea and the rest of the world. Paradoxically, these tests, which are meant to isolate, have, in a way, brought North Korea into the global spotlight. In the end, regardless of the speculations and theories, the world is left guessing, watching, and waiting for the next missile to pierce the sky. Amid the swirl of questions and conjectures, one fact remains certain: the unpredictable nature of North Korea's missile tests keeps the world on its toes, always ready for the unexpected. Turning our gaze to North Korea's allies, who are they, and how are they assisting Kim Jong-un and his country? To start with, North Korea's allies are fewer in number than you might imagine. It's a common misconception that the East Asian nation has a vast network of supportive countries, but in reality, the list is rather small. Chief among North Korea's allies is China. As North Korea's largest trade partner, China has a significant influence on the country. This relationship isn't just due to proximity, it is also tied to their shared communist ideologies, their mutual distrust of Western powers, and the shared history of the Korean War. Despite these connections, China's support is not without its limits. Beijing is often put in an awkward position due to North Korea's ongoing and controversial nuclear program. Another ally of North Korea is Russia, although the relationship here is not as close as it is with China. Russia and North Korea have enjoyed a relatively warm relationship ever since the days of the Soviet Union, with Russia offering economic assistance and political support to the isolated nation. Other countries that maintain diplomatic relations with North Korea include Cuba, Syria, and Iran. These countries have been seen as North Korea's allies due to their shared anti-US stance, though their assistance is more symbolic than substantive. Each of these countries has its own set of problems, and limited resources limits their ability to provide tangible support to North Korea. Apart from this handful of nations, North Korea is generally isolated from the international community. This isolation is due to its aggressive foreign policy, human rights abuses, and its ongoing pursuit of nuclear weapons. Why are these countries helping North Korea? The most obvious answer lies in shared ideology. As previously mentioned, most of North Korea's allies share its communist or socialist ideologies. There is a shared belief in the principles of self-reliance, anti-imperialism, and resistance against Western influence. Another reason is economic gain. Despite being isolated, North Korea still has resources that other nations find valuable. It has vast mineral resources, including substantial reserves of coal, iron ore, and rare earth elements. These resources offer an economic incentive for nations willing to overlook North Korea's human rights abuses and nuclear ambitions. Additionally, some nations see North Korea as a useful buffer against Western imperialism. For instance, China values North Korea as a buffer state that separates it from South Korea, a staunch ally of the United States. Yet political expediency also plays a crucial role. For nations like Russia and China, maintaining a friendly relationship with North Korea provides a counterbalance to American influence in East Asia. In the complex game of international politics, sometimes it's about choosing the lesser of two evils. It's also worth noting that these alliances are not static. They can change based on the current geopolitical climate, shifts in power, or changes in national interests. North Korea's allies might shift their stance based on these factors, lending credence to the notion that in international politics there are no permanent friends or enemies, only permanent interests. And perhaps a more intriguing question: why are they helping Kim Jong-un? Is it for shared ideology, economic gain, or is there another reason altogether? Lastly, could Kim Jong-un's deterrent strategy of missile test launches be backfiring? The world is watching North Korea with a mixture of fear, curiosity, and dread. The country's actions, often viewed as unpredictable and reckless, have created an atmosphere of uncertainty and tension on the global stage. The international community is increasingly alarmed by the country's persistent show of power and defiance, particularly through its missile test launches. These provocative actions are a part of Kim Jong-un's deterrent strategy, designed to demonstrate North Korea's military and frighten its potential adversaries. But upon closer examination, there seem to be indications that this strategy could be backfiring. Instead of instilling fear and submission, these missile tests may actually be strengthening the resolve of other countries to stand against the North Korean regime. There is an increasing sense of unity among different nations, bound together by their common concern over North Korea's military activities. Let's take a moment to delve into this situation a bit deeper. The geopolitical landscape of the world is complex, and North Korea is a prominent player in this arena. The country's war preparations and continuous missile testing have generated a plethora of questions and concerns. Some experts suggest that the recent escalations in the Ukraine-Russia conflict may have fueled North Korea's decision to intensify its war preparations. This conflict, along with other global conflicts, might be providing unforeseen opportunities for North Korea to advance its strategic interests. Understanding the timing and purpose of the missile tests is crucial for decoding North Korea's military strategy. The country conducts these tests not merely as a show of power, but also as a means of conveying a message to the international community. However, the exact nature of this message, whether it's a call for deterrence or something else, remains a mystery that continues to perplex observers. Adding to the complex picture is the question of North Korea's allies. What motivates these countries to support a regime that is often viewed as a global pariah? The reasons for their support add another layer to the intricate puzzle of international relations involving North Korea. It is clear that these alliances form a significant part of the country's strategic calculus, and understanding them is vital for making sense of North Korea's actions on the global stage. Lastly, Kim Jong-un's deterrence strategy might be having the opposite effect, bringing regional countries together against North Korea rather than intimidating them. This could be the unintended consequence of the country's actions, a geopolitical irony that further complicates the situation. In conclusion, North Korea's actions and the global response to them are a complex web of military strategy, politics, and international relations. The world watches, waits, and wonders what the next move will be. This intricate interplay of geopolitics is a testament to the complexities and unpredictability of international relations. Do you think North Korea is preparing for war? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe for more, and thanks for watching.